How you doing, my people and my followers of YouTube here on John Knows It All? This is a video that was originally edited in Spanish, and I'm translating to English, of course. And I'm here with Edward Nunez, and we're visiting construction of a new development in the Dominican Republic of a cable car system that's going to bring and change a lot of the public transportation in the country. So this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys this development and what is transpiring in this video, which I recorded. And I hope you guys enjoy it. And welcome you to the channel, John Knows It All, here on YouTube, of course. And it's basically the English version of my original channel, Juan Sábalo Todo. As you know, I'm bilingual, so let's go ahead and let's hit it off, my people. So, as we can see here from the very beginning, we're showing the side of Bellavista, which is it's a community within the state of Santiago. Santiago, we can look at it as a state, even though we know that the Dominican Republic is a very small island compared to our nations. So we're looking at the community of Bellavista, and Bellavista it has a starting point for this cable car system that's gonna transpire in the city, in the Santiago. With that being said here, I'm asking Edward that what does he believe would be the reactions of the public transportation, or basically private transportations, which are called conchos. Conchos, let's look at it as an Uber share type of scenario, so that you guys can relate to it in North America. So it's basically a cab that allows multiple people, sometimes up to 6 or 7 passengers, to pay a modern amount of 25 pesos, and they all share and use this private transportation system. And many families live and survive out of this. So I'm asking him, how would this affect those people who need this income to support their family? Because obviously this coming into place is going to interrupt that income flow. So he says, yeah, it's gonna affect it, but we also have to look at the good side, where also the society is going to affect the society in an economical way, and also it's going to relieve the tension of all the traffic that gets built on every morning to cross over that bridge. So it's going to get people from A to B a lot quicker. But there's a saying that, hey, for the better or the improvement of mankind, some people have to suffer. And we all agree on that. We know that's something that's been going on since the ages. So now I'm here and I'm flying my drone over and showing the side of Bellavista, which you see this traffic that's moving here on the left side, which is that traffic is going across the bridge. And I'm showing the poles that are set up for this cable system that's going to be progressively installed on the Bellavista side of Santiago. Now, this bridge is known as Mano Patillo, is a bridge that's been there for as long as I can remember. I started traveling to the Dominican Republic with my grandmother at the age of 3, and it was already there. How long has it been there? Well, you know what? That's a very good question. I'm going to investigate that, and I'm going to put it in text in the video. But off the top of my head, I don't know. But I know it's way longer than 55 years. So with that being said, if we look at the center of this bridge here, there is a river that flows there. I remember as a child that river used to be, you know, have a lot of water. It was a lot clearer, a lot more nicer than it is today. There's been a lot of contamination and things like that that have made it so dark that it looks like the grass. If you look at in between there, you can see the river there. It's almost the same color as the grass. So it's dark, polluted, even though they are working on making it nicer, because I'm able to experience that locally, but they still have a lot of work to go. So here, what we're looking at right now is the educational system that's in the side of Bella Vista. One of the schools, this one happens to be a Catholic school, and of course, kids are not in school right now. They're on vacation, just like they are in the United States, and I don't know if in other parts of the country it's the same time frame. But with that being said, I'm bringing down my drone now, and I'm gonna have to move from my location to another location where I can get a better view of everything with my drone, and also take a look at my drone where it's at. So you're gonna see me moving from here and going to a second location to go ahead and continue my recording, aerial recording of this video that I'm creating for you guys, so that you can see a little bit of the local area, not the tourist side of the Dominican Republic, because the Dominican Republic has a vast variety of tourist places. But normally tourists come, they go to a hotel, they go to a cabana, they go to resorts, and they really don't get to see these things that are happening in these, I call them third world country, because they're way behind on the educational platform. They're way behind on the technology, and they basically follow us, and without really understanding our system, they try to implement it as the rest of the world does with First Nations, right? So here you see me on my vehicle, and I'm setting up the drone. Edward is sitting on my right hand side there, and he's gonna actually put the drone in his hand so that I can take it off from his hand on the right side window. And what you're seeing here, what's happening while this is taking place, is that we're under the bridge. We're looking at the local community, the building constructions, of the lower income families in this sector of the Dominican Republic, Bella Vista. This area, when I was a child and used to travel it with my aunt and my grandma, used to be filled with a lot of commercial activity, but not in the traditional sense as we know it in First Nations, but more of like street market kind of selling. And at that time, I remember that when I used to travel here, it was such an amazing time for me. I was a kid. I wanted to, have fun. I loved animals, and the streets were not so developed like all this pavement that you see now. There wasn't so much commercial activity. There wasn't so many building structures as it is now. It was more like grass and country and dirt and horses and pigs and chickens in the street and donkeys, and it was such an exciting time for me when I was a kid that it brings incredible memories. That I'm looking at this development 50 years later, and it's like, wow, we have changed so much in so little time, and we know that the technology and and industry has bombarded our ecological system and a lot of harm in the development of our societies. So the Dominican Republic is different. So now we're looking at the other poles that are set up in the trajectory of where this cable car is going to go on the other side of the bridge which is considered the city of Santiago, or the downtown of your major cities in our developed countries. So, with that being said, we're back here looking at the bridge, Manopatillo Bridge. We got the river flowing. It's called Rio de Yaque, River of Yaque. And we're looking at the other side, the port, where people will be picked up and dropped off by this cable system that is designed to provide fast access to this local community. And it's important that if you're looking at this now and you've been here so far, that you stay here to the end of the video, because I'm going to show you the digital version of what is intended with this transportation system, public transportation system, that the government is putting in play to assist those lower economic families. As you can see here, look at these homes. These homes, some of them is basically built on straws and wood and things of that nature. And then we have some other ones you see on this side that are a little bit more developed. But you can see how medium income and very, very low income families are living so close together. You saw the right side where all those homes built out of straws, right? And basically, I'm saying that because they're not stable like these on the left side, with aluminum ceilings. Some of them have concrete ceilings, roofs, right? On the other side, you got these homes built out of wood and a different type of ceiling, which is like the cheapest kind that you can find in the hardware stores in this sector of the Dominican Republic and in this state and in this town. So with that being said, you see that I'm bringing down the drone, and he wants me to land it on his hand. That's why he got his hand sticking out like that. I said, no, I'm not gonna open your wrist with my blades because if I miss, we got winds blowing the drone sideways. If I miss and it hits your veins, it's gonna pop them. So I decided to land the drone on top of the hood, and now we're gonna move on to this digital version of this cable car system and the intention that the government has to assist the public. And basically we're talking about more about the very, very poor side of the community, that in reality some of them don't make $100 a week. They make $40-50 a week, and with that they have to pay rent, feed their families, feed their children, buy them clothes, buy the equipment for school, because nothing is given in this country. And as you can see, that's bare minimum. Poverty. Some of these people don't see a piece of meat on their food. Maybe once a month or twice a month, because it's that hard for the poverty level individuals in the country. So this cable system is meant to try to relieve that painful feeling of what they're paying for on private transportation to get from A to B. And as you saw there, the intent of this cable system is to the immediate vicinity of the city, including some colleges and educational systems, are going to be accessed by this cable car system, which also is going to be in a companionship with electric bikes, electric bus system, and as you can see there, one of those a small train that's going to move people around from A to B. And this is bringing this video to an end. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I hope that the translation version is just as interesting as the original version, from the videos that you was able to see there with me, and that you learned a little bit about Bella Vista. Let's say it together. Bella Vista. Let's say it together, people. Bella Vista. Well, thank you for coming to John Knows It All, and I hope to see you here later. Love you. Take care.